By the way, I fucking hate the new Facebook. It's completely fucking worthless.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You can't I'm going to share now, and I usually just go to share to my page. I'm share via Twitter, send in WhatsApp. There's no freaking option to share it on a page. Jackasses.
Yeah, Facebook, pretty much awful.
Why is it? And Instagram. My Instagram is a total and complete shit show now. It's just fucking worthless. All their upgrades just make everything worse. Why? Drives me nuts.
I came across something. It's still like super tiny, but it's almost just like Facebook used to be. The same layout and shit, but it's still got a lot of features that it does. It's called Wimkin, and they're not like totally fucking biased like Facebook is.
Yeah.
I hope something like that could take off. I've always wondered why it couldn't, but
there's a bunch of guys going to Parler right now.
Yeah.
I've not checked that out, but that's just like everything. Something always pops up, and everybody goes over there, and it never.
Well, most of them are considerably different than Facebook, though. This Wimkin is actually, it's just like Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's very familiar. I mean, it looks like garbage, kind of.
That has to be expected.
Yeah, they're brand new. They only have a few thousand users, I think, if that. Anyways, we've rambled enough. Welcome, everyone, to episode 13 of Gears and Beers. Tonight, we are talking about if Taurus can become a contender in the market, an AR chamber lock from Stopbox USA, the FK BRNO 7.5 PSD. What the fuck is that noise? It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, what's going on?
Somebody's echoing.
I haven't said anything.
Well, there it is.
It's Toad.
Is it Toad?
It's just that. I think it says.
Can you turn your volume down a bit, Toad?
Is that better?
Let's see. Is that better?
Why is that so
a little bit
glitchy
more
when he talks?
Yeah, I don't know.
What about now?
Talking. Nope, still hear it.
I think it might be you, because when you talk, you get a little bit of a.
Does it when I talk too?
I'm not hearing anything.
Everything sounds fine except Toad to me.
Weird.
Toad, try muting yourself, and then when you want to talk, just unmute.
Can you
Mute
figure that out?
Toad.
Anyways,
hey James. James is in frickin' Vegas, and he's actually tuning in.
Brett says he's a toad making natural noises. Yeah, that's actually what it sounded like.
Yeah, he's croaking.
Yeah, it sounds better now that he's muted. Anyways, as I was saying,
that's an echo. We're getting an echo.
God damn it, that's so annoying. Anyways, we're going to talk about the FK-BRNO 7.5 PSD, which I'm from here on out going to refer to as the fuck Bruno.
Nice.
And also a cache of original GI issue M1 carbines being found. So let's somebody messaged us the other day about the PSA, the Palmetto State Dagger, being rumored to be released this Friday. But we looked into it a little bit, and we cannot find any confirmation of that. We don't know if this was just somebody making shit up on Facebook, or if there's an inside information going on here. If any of you viewers know something that we don't, or you can refer us a link or something to help us confirm this, that sure would be nice. But yeah, I have a feeling it's just bullshit.
Yeah, it was Matt sent it to us. It was to Chad Wiley was posted in Carolina Arms Review, which, I mean, he's in Carolina maybe. So he says Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, the Dagger drops, be ready. So that's the only thing that we've seen out of this deal. I'm going to be extremely surprised if it actually happens. Hopefully it does.
The only thing I can see that, I don't know, like that they would want to keep it super secret is because they know their website's going to crash when these things go live. Like,
Cole says PSA posted on their Instagram page. I'm on it, Cole.
I'm going to check it out too.
Why don't you just make us all look like assholes, Cole?
You said refer us somewhere.
I didn't expect anybody to have it, though.
Well, he also wins trivia about every time we do it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Right here, we got a picture of the dagger, and all they say in the description, and so it begins Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern.
That's probably just going to be when they're going to announce something, I bet. That's pretty vague.
Yeah, but why would they announce what? They announced it last year at SHOT Show.
They've
Maybe
announced a lot of
maybe
things like 7 times, though.
Maybe it's their MP5 is finally coming up for sale.
No, it's a picture of the their dagger.
Oh,
So I mean, I don't know what else. And by the way, Jimmy, if you're still watching, if you get an order of these, give me one. I want one. I'll take one. Thank you, please, and thank you. Mike says, "Why is a dagger so desirable? Just a Glock clone? Because
Sam, you kind of answered Mike's question there. I mean, you're a massive Glock fanboy. Why would you want a dagger? Because it looks like a freaking Glock.
and it's sub 300.
That's true.
Yeah, but you already own the Glocks that it's a clone of, so why do you want a cheaper version of it? You don't know how to answer
because
that.
I
do you?
can.
Because I already own the Glocks that it's a clone of, and I want a cheaper version of it. Literally,
I don't know,
Fair
that's
enough.
it, dude.
that's like asking anybody why they, like, well, I have a turkey shotgun and I have a duck shotgun and I have a pheasant shotgun. It's like, well, you literally just have 4 different Remingtons. Well, do I need 6 ARs? No, but why not?
I already have 3 Glock 19s. I mean, two actual Glock 19s and a P80. So, I mean, I don't really. Why not? I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I still echoing at all?
No, you sound
you're
good
No,
now,
it's
Toad.
way better now.
The headphones really fixed it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, does anybody else have anything to say about the dagger?
Yeah, Cole actually confirms that. He says in the comments they say they go on sale at that time. So
Got it.
sorry,
I
Johnson.
think
Mark.
I think they're down. I just think they're downplaying it to try and keep them in stock for more than 14 seconds.
I don't know why they'd want to keep them in stock, though. That's their whole point, is to sell them.
I understand. I think their website is going to crash with as many people as are going to order it. It's like when they're going to have to do some serious upgrades to their shit when their MP5 clone drops.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
2024, I think, at this point.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I think you could be right with the whole managing the traffic.
Yeah, because they know they're going to sell out.
I'll be
So,
on there
being
trying to get
quiet-
one myself, so
Yeah, but being quiet about the release date and time, is probably a little strategic for them as far as keeping the site working. But
Yeah. Well, the dagger was probably considered a budget pistol. So
Mhm.
why don't we talk about, this might scare off some people here. I wanted to talk about Taurus eventually becoming an actual contender in the pistol game. I mean, obviously they're not a small time company, and they do move guns, but most of the people that actually know anything about firearms and self-defense and stuff say, nope, stay away from them guns if you're going to be carrying them. But with their latest releases, with the G3 and the G3C, there might be another one in there too, I'm not sure.
They released a TX22. That's supposed to be really awesome too.
The G3 is only a $250 gun, and I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I mean, as far as a $250 pistol goes, it's certainly not the Taurus of yesteryear, but I don't know just how nice they really are. So what do you guys think about Taurus moving up into, say, not Smith and Wesson and Glock area, but maybe Springfield?
What do you got against Springfield?
Well, fuck Springfield first.
They're yeah.
Go on.
They're
Their
uncomfortable.
1911s are amazing. Everything else sucks. I'll agree with
yeah. We'll say polymer framed.
Yeah,
Springfields.
but I've honestly owned I've owned 4 Tauruses in the last 15 years, and the only one I ever actually had a problem with. First off, Taurus's revolver game is pretty strong.
Yeah,
Taurus makes a solid revolver, but Sam's first gun he ever Cerakoted was a gun I had bought the day before, and it was a Taurus G2. And after we Cerakoted it, we took it back out to the range, and we shot it a couple times, and everything worked fine. And I shot it like 3 or 4 more times after that. And then like the 5th time I took it out, the actual trigger on the bottom section, like that safety part, they have that Glock kind of center safety deal. It broke.
That's a pretty common problem with those guns, actually.
But I've had two Taurus revolvers and a Taurus 9mm. Oh, I had a Taurus OSS 45. It was a Taurus OSS 24/7 45 tactical. That was also, and I know the guy that I sold that
that's
to.
a mouthful. I just want to say that is a mouthful for the name of a model of a pistol.
That's
what it was. It was a big 5 1/4 inch, like 14 round 45, and I sold it to a buddy's dad, and he still loves that gun. So I guess I've had 5 Tauruses, but I've never had a problem with anything but the G2.
I think that's just going to. I think that was earlier, in their polymer framed stuff, and I think anytime you go from mainly a revolver game to getting into like the G2 and the G2C, you're gonna have, you're obviously gonna have your growing pains, and I think that's when they came out with the G2C, it was kind of finally one of their first successful polymer framed pistols, and now this G3 and G3C are really kind of putting them on the map as far as carry pistols go.
Have you seen their entry into the 22 market though? It kind of looks like a Glock.
Yeah,
I was looking at it the other day, and apparently it's awesome.
Everybody wants to be a Glock.
I think there was something about that. There was memes going around about when Glock dropped their 44 about Taurus making a better 22 than Glock.
Yeah.
But as far as Taurus becoming an actual contender, like, I'll be honest with you, I think personally that they've been a contender in the carry game for a while. Just because, well, when I was working at the gun store here in town, the PT-111 and its successor, when I can't remember what they called that. It was that the G2 or the G whatever it was.
It's a G2, yeah.
But
what I had was the PT-111, and then I think it became the G2.
That was out of that entire gun store. That was the number one gun that we sold the holy living shit out of it. Just because when new gun buyers walk in and they're looking at all the guns and they're looking at a $500 Glock or a $260, 13 round decent little pistol, what do you think they're going to go for? 100%. Yeah. They're going to go for that. 90% of the time, they're going to go for that cheaper option, unless they're really wanting the Glock or a Springfield or anything like that. And as far as, the quality, it was there, kind of. It wasn't, and it's still not. Personally, myself, I'm not going to recommend you carry a Taurus. I'm not. But Dave, the gun store owner, he carried one for years, and he finally switched to a 365. So I don't know. I think they already are a contender, just for the main reason being the quality is decent and the price point is what's drawing most people in. So, I think
I bought one of those guns from Dave last Christmas, and I think I paid $215 for the G2.
Yep, you can find them on sale for dirt cheap. Box, what did you say?
Do you guys think, we were talking about the Dagger, those are they're relatively close in price. The Dagger's going to be $300.
Sub, yep, just
It's
barely.
$299.
Yeah, $300.
I thought it was like $5 or $10 less, but
So
I don't know. I play with the Dagger at SHOT Show. Isn't that what we were messing with at the Palmetto booth?
yeah.
That would make it seem solid. The trigger leaves a bit to be desired, but I'm sure Palmetto will come out with an aftermarket trigger. But that would be an awesome truck gun. I mean, sticker in the center console, and
that'd be something that just stayed in your hunting truck. You threw it in there. You didn't care.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gets bounces around and stuff. You don't really give a shit if it gets run over, or whatever.
Which one do you think is going to be? Well, the G3 is already out.
Mm-hmm.
It would be the G3C, actually. That would be direct competitor with the Dagger. Which one do you think? Do you think the Dagger is going to be nicer than the G3C?
No.
Mm-mm.
Nah, I don't say. I think they're probably going to be about even, to be honest.
I think they're going to be very, very similar, and they're going to be direct head-on-head competitors, head-to-head, head-on-head. God damn it! I'm pulling a box.
I was going to say, are you trying to make fun of me right now? Or?
They're definitely going to be direct competitors, but I believe that just because of Taurus's history in manufacturing pistols, and they know what they're doing, I think the fit and finish will be nicer on the Taurus than on the PSA. And I think that's just going to tip it just a little bit over the top of the Dagger.
I think you're 100% correct.
I disagree, but that's just me.
I'm not saying that PSA, it's not going to be some raggedy piece of shit. I just think
I know.
With building new polymer frames and all this stuff, there's just going to be a couple little things that make the fit and finish a little bit better.
I don't know. PSA, their quality has kind of been dropping over the years, so I don't know. It's hard to tell what's going to happen with the Dagger and their MP5.
And I read something about that the other day, Box, and the one guy made the comment that part of the reason PSA's demand or kind of quality control, we'll say, has dropped is because their demand has increased so much.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have they don't have the manpower to check every little thing anymore, because the traffic to their site is in I forget what it was. It's like hundreds of thousands of people, in a week.
Actually, to be honest with you, since 2013, most manufacturers have skimped on Q&A or excuse me, on quality control, QC. That's just a fact. Ever since Sandy Hook happened, it's been fucking insane. People selling out like crazy, and gun manufacturers are just working their ass off to get product out. And even still now, just the other day, I don't even remember what it was. AR came in brand new, right out of the box, still dripping with oil. The barrel nut was hand tight. Like normally I got to pop those and wrench on them. I've done hundreds of them, and a lot of them are stupid tight. Those just hand tight, and it's just little shit like that that squeaks by. And
little shit like that, that's fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm not just a little thing that sneaks by.
I'm not saying it's not, but it's stuff like that. And the problem with that is once that barrel nut is on there and the handguard is put on, you don't. Yeah. How do you test that? You can't. So it's that same person is probably doing both aspects, putting on the barrel nut and the handguard. If he forgets, or if he's texting his old lady, some sexy pictures or something like that, he gets distracted, but that's not the first one that I've ran across. And that's from Ruger to Springfield to Palmetto. I've had one, I believe, to Talon Armament to,
Yeah.
So quality control is definitely an issue. People need to take more serious. But like I was saying, man, everybody's cranking this shit out as fast as they can. So sometimes it goes by the wayside.
Right. Well, that's
Go ahead, Johnson.
it's definitely tough, and like I know, getting back to Palmetto State, Palmetto State prides himself on delivering all this quantity because they are truly trying to push common use.
Mm-hmm.
And the more of the shit that they get out there, the more common use it is, and that just helps us. But which I understand, but you also have to stand behind your products and believe that you're producing a quality product. So there does have to be a balance there. I understand they need to make their money, and I understand that they want to, get as much shit out there as they can. But if everything is sold out all the time, like all their AKVs, you can never buy an AKV. You just can't. All the, like their shit is always out of stock. And when you're producing and selling that much, you're making enough money that you can start hiring more people, or upgrading your, you got to find the balance there of reinvesting to make sure that the quality is up to snuff when you increase production.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Sean says he just got a B5 BCM stock and it won't fit his mil spec arm light buffer tube.
No, he did get that. He just told me Saturday he was waiting for that.
Like, how are you sure it's not I mean, I'm not questioning you, but are you sure it's not a commercial buffer tube? Because you will have that issue if it's not the right one. But
right.
While we were talking about shit being sold out all the time, a fun fact that I saw earlier was right now, we're in the middle of September right now. As of August, we were 2.4 million NICS checks away from the entirety of 2019. So by now we could already we could have already beaten all of the background checks from last year, and it's only middle of September.
And another thing, you were talking about stuff being sold out. Anybody around here that reloads has obviously had a hell of a time trying to find primers.
Yeah.
But I'm in like 8 reloading groups on Facebook. Apparently, like Nebraska and Missouri are getting restocked like every week.
Huh.
These guys are always like, yeah, it was scarce for a while, but seems to be plentiful again. Same with powder. It's like, well, why are you guys skipping Iowa? Where's our stuff?
Right. Where's my money, man?
Yeah.
You're ducking me. I was actually in Flea Farm today. I had to pick up a box of 22 250, but they had large Magnum pistol primers and large Magnum rifle primers
On the top shelf.
And then shotgun primers.
Yeah, the orange boxes.
Well, they had the orange boxes, yeah. Then they had they had a bunch of other just standard blue box Federal.
Yeah. All they've had in there the last few weeks, besides the Remington 6.5 small rifle, is large Magnum pistol and large Magnum rifle.
Yeah.
I bought the last small Magnum pistol they had. I bought 500 of them.
Yeah, when I was in there today, I looked. If I wasn't in such a rush, I would have grabbed them, but I was going to grab some large rifle or large Magnum rifle because I can run my 6 Creedmoor on Magnum rifle.
Yep.
But
do you need some large rifle primers?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. How many you want?
500.
How about 200?
It'd be better than 0. I'm not in any rush to have them now.
Right.
But
well, why don't we move on, Sam, to the old fuck Bruno 7.5 PSD?
Yeah, this is actually a really interesting gun. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the second generation
It
of
is.
it. And
Yep.
I'd never heard of the original version.
The original version looked, I think, cooler than the second generation does.
If I'm not mistaken, it kind of looked like almost like a funky CZ was the first version.
Except huge.
Yeah.
This one
the
kind
new
of
one
looks.
still's huge.
This one
Yeah.
kind of looks like a Hudson.
Right. And
Yeah.
the original was all metal. This one has got a polymer frame and obviously a steel slide. But the look of it, the main thing is it's got you guys remember the Hudson, obviously. It's got that recoil system kind of underneath in the front up there. And this, apparently, I have no idea how it works, but this is got a similar recoil system to help eat some of the recoil. And the cool thing about this gun is it's got 3 calibers. It's the original one. The main one is a 7.5 FK, and then it's got a nice little sissy caliber too, 10 millimeter, as well as 40 Smith and Wesson, and then you can also use a 9 mil with it. But the cool thing is that 7.5, it's even more powerful than the 10 mil, which really, what's that, Toad?
It's a bottlenecked pistol cartridge. If I remember correctly, when that gun first came out, like 8 years ago, it was designed around hunters.
Yeah. So the idea behind the 7.5 is it's obviously a bottleneck, like Toad said, but it's accurate. Out
100 meters.
100 meters. They claim that it's almost got point of aim, point of impact out to 100 meters, which, if that's true, and the videos I've watched on it said that it was. But even out that far, it's still got a decent amount of knockdown power. So basically, this round, as far as how powerful it is, a 9 millimeter got around 350, 360 foot-pounds of power to it. This one is over twice that. The round that these guys were testing here in this article has 850 foot-pounds, so well over twice that.
So I'm pretty sure it's a neck down 10 mil, right?
I'm not sure what the parent cartridge is, but
I believe it is a 10 millimeter auto neck to 7.5.
I think you're correct. In that.
That's pretty saucy shit, because 10 millimeter is a heavy bullet,
Well, it's it's basically a 41 mag,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
it's like it's a 40 Smith and Wesson long, basically.
Yeah, if you have a 41 mag die, I'm pretty sure you can reload 10 millimeter with it.
Yeah.
But as far as a 7.5, it's almost like, I mean, it hits harder than 357 mag, which is, that's saying something in an auto pistol, and that can carry 16 rounds. What kind of, that's freaking cool.
That's the gun I want to hike through the Alaskan bush with and say, "Fuck you, grizzly bear. Here's this."
Right.
It just sucks that they cost $6,600.
No, these ones are cheaper. The second generation is several, just a couple thousand, I believe. The original was.
It was like 6,600, yeah.
But as far as this one, like, the looks of it are really awesome. It looks similar to like kind of, they mix the Hudson with a Beretta with a CZ. Really awesome.
It is an odd looking thing, but.
Mm-hmm. But as far as I watched a few videos, the video I saw initially was Honest Outlaw. He was talking about it, and he was extremely impressed with it. The recoil is not bad for as powerful a round as you're shooting. You're pushing over 100 grain bullet. It's over 2,000 feet per second, which is a pretty awesome deal for a pistol cartridge. So I think as far as bottleneck pistol cartridges, this seems that it takes the cake. Over, obviously it kicks the shit out of a 5.7. but it just looks like one hell of a cool round. I'm really digging it. So I'm hoping this develops this round, gets into some other guns other than this one, because that round was developed for this system or for this gun. So
I'd be interested to see how it would do in like a pistol caliber carbine situation with like a 10 or 10, 12 inch barrel, 8, 10, 12 inch barrel.
And
like to see the velocity out of it.
I'm sure they'll probably get there before too long, but FK BRNO is kind of they're a pretty young company yet. I think they under 10 years or right around 10 years or so. Mm-hmm. But you were talking bottleneck pistol cartridges. The one I really wish would have kind of taken off a little more, because I actually got the chance to shoot one about 6 years ago. And it's a 7.62 by 25 or a 7.25, but I think it's 7.62 by 25 Tokarev.
Yeah, that's a hot rod fucking pistol round. That thing's awesome.
Yeah, and that thing's been around for like 80 years. I was
gonna say it's a long time, and
Yeah.
that a Russian developed deal.
Yeah, and nothing else is chambered in it but that pistol. And
Yeah,
it's like
just the Tokarevs.
That's one nasty little round.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this Buck Bruno is optic ready. I don't. Maybe you mentioned that. I might have blacked out for a minute.
I did not. No, I did not.
It is optic ready, which I think is neat.
It fucking better be for $2,000.
All right.
Well, yeah, you would expect it to be a feature-rich unit for that kind of price tag, but
well, you never know. There's a lot of companies out there that are putting gigantic price tags on just bare bones shit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Usually 1911s.
And I also see that it also they sell a brace that connects right to it for a little bit longer range shooting. Not my cup of tea, but kind of a cool deal.
The brace isn't your cup of tea? That's surprising.
Nah, I mean, not on a pistol. I mean, I'm slightly interested in it, but I don't think I'd buy a $2,000 pistol and then put a fucking brace on it. That's just me, but y'all do you, I guess.
I'm shocked to hear that. Usually you're all about the brace and PDW shit.
I don't know, not really on pistols. It doesn't help that I don't like the look of that one particularly.
If it was a polymer conversion kit, you'd be all over it. That you could stick like the Microroni. You need a Microroni for your FK BRNO.
I'm gonna buy one. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
I thought you hated the Microroni.
That's me.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was one of the Shires. I was pretty sure.
I hate all that dumb shit. Well, does anybody have anything else to mention about this thing?
I think it's badass.
I think it's cool. It's Demo Ranch had a video with it that kind of showcased how powerful it was, and it was I was impressed.
All right. Well then, that's that. So why don't we move on? Toad, you wanted to talk about this cache of GI issue carbines.
Why'd you say that so weird?
What?
Cache. It's like you said it like you were about to cache.
I didn't realize I did that. I don't know. I'm retarded. Leave me alone.
So after World War II, much like a lot of the wars we've been involved in, a lot of our arms either get left behind or they get repurposed and sent to other countries. So the M1 carbine is kind of you guys have all seen it, 30 caliber M1 carbine, a paratrooper rifle. They came in two variations. One had a wooden stock, one had a folding wire stock. Some were semi-auto, some were actually full auto. They've fascinated me for years. I actually coyote hunted with one back in high school. A fella in town owned one and lent it to me. Never did get a coyote with it. I got to shoot it. It was cool. Has sort of the same action as like the M1 Garand, and like even the Ruger Mini 14 is similar action-wise. I don't think the M1 had the rotating bolt, though. I can't remember. But anyway, these two brothers that own Royal Tiger Imports, they started like searching for firearms in 1988. It's Oli and Uli Weigand. They're from Germany. And they looked for this cache for years, and they found it in a rusted out like aircraft hangar in Ethiopia. And they found a shitload of these things. Let me see if I can.
What a weird place to find a pile of American guns.
See the stack behind him of all those M1, the GI issue M1 World War II carbines.
That's a few.
Wow.
And
awesome.
So they're selling these through their business, which is Royal Tiger Imports. Now, I want one really bad.
Me too.
However, let me go back to their page. They start out at $1,100.
No thanks.
Hard pass.
Yeah,
I would really like to have an M1 carbine, but
I do too. I want one bad, and they clean the dust off them, and these things, a lot of them look really, really great. Like they look great. I'm guessing they probably oiled the stocks on a lot of them too, but the ones I've looked at there's some pretty shitty ones, but they look pretty great. It has options listed below, so it says our price $1,099.99. If you want an early production model, add $400. Excellent to unissued, add $700. Good to very good condition, it doesn't even have a price. Very good to excellent, add an extra $200. So you're gonna pay $1,100 for a shitty one. If you want a good one, you're gonna pay $1,400.
right.
Which is nuts considering my uncle bought one of these in like 1985 at a gun store for $250.
Yep.
Does he still have it?
No,
300.
no, he does not have it. He actually, he's not with us anymore. But it's just a cool piece of history, and to be found in a warehouse in Ethiopia of all places, an actual like cache of World War II issue GI M1 carbines. That's pretty sweet. Like that's kind of my dream job. I don't know about you guys, but these guys, that's what they do. They go all over the world looking for these things, and then they figure out a way to buy them.
What do you do for a living? Well, I hunt guns. What?
Exactly. How awesome would that be?
Yeah, I know a guy that actually has got that's got one of those carbines you guys are talking about. I wouldn't mind. I know where it is, and the thing that pisses me off is he'll never give it up. You know, obviously. So when he passes, his family's going to get it, and it'll stay in the family. But
Which is the way it should be.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But damn it, I want that thing.
Oh, I thought we lost you for a second there.
But I would love to have one put on the shop wall, about right there.
Do any of you guys have like any of you guys? You said it goes to the family. Do you have any? Has anybody inherited a gun that stays in the family that like it's old, means a lot, it's been around a while?
No, we don't come from a gun family, so no.
Nope.
The only thing I've really got is that Model 12 of my dad's. That's pretty much it. Once Grandpa Bob passes, there will be some cool things kind of distributed amongst the kids.
Johnson, yeah, that's who I was talking about. So maybe you get it.
The M1 carbine that's hanging up in his basement.
Yes.
Yeah. No, him and I have talked about. Him and I have.
Maybe I'm going to befriend him, Johnson.
Yeah. Him and I have talked about that rifle quite a few times, actually, because when I was like probably, I don't know, 12 or 13, I asked him what it was, and he kind of told me about it, and I said, well, we should take it out and shoot it. And he was like, you know what? someday we need to do that. And we never did. But he was like, yeah, we should shoot that. And he's like, I'll have to find some ammo for it. And we'll take it out and shoot it. But
my uncle that just passed several months ago, he used to hang around here in the shop. He'd come over and just shoot the shit, and brought over a old 1911 one day just in the last few years that he got from the bank. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but it used to be in the bank for years and years and years. It was a gun that they kept just under the table or under the counter there. So if they were ever getting held up, grab that sucker. But it was like I said, an old 1911, and he did a little bit of looking and some research on it, and this thing was in almost immaculate shape. I mean, fantastic. But we did some looking on it, and the frame was made around back in the teens, around World War I. And then it got stored away for a long time. So I think it was the late 30s, early 40s. They started grabbing these old frames that were in storage and then assembling them into full guns. And that's how this gun was put together. So it wasn't like, a numbers matching everything and shit, but it was a really cool piece. And like I said, he passed away a few months ago, and there was nothing that I would love more than to get that gun. But I'm sure that it's going to his, to his either his son-in-law or his son or something. But cool freaking piece, that's for damn sure.
I've got my my cousins have my grandpa's old Savage and Winchester 22s, but I somehow ended up with his shotgun, and it's a 19. It's not really that old. I think he passed away. He drowned in 1961, and he bought it out of Sears and Roebuck like 4 months before he passed away. But it's kind of a unique gun because it's actually a bolt-action 20-gauge bird gun. It has a 2-shot box mag, one in the chamber, so you get 3 shots. And the sights on it are weird. I guess he'd call it a comma gun because my dad's killed like 13 deer with it and a bunch of quail and whatnot. But
you call it a what gun?
It's just like a general purpose shotgun, I guess you'd call it, because the sights on it has like a little weird. It doesn't have like dovetail sights on the back. It's just got a little weird metal deal. It's kind of a half hoop and then a bead in the front. And I actually did take it out about 5 years ago, and I shot the biggest 8-point buck I've ever killed in my life with it. But it's a smooth bore. I've killed a few pheasants with it, but about once a season, I'll take it out and walk the creek by my house pheasant hunting with it. Otherwise, it just kind of gets cleaned and stuck in the safe because it's a neat gun. I mean, I don't really know if they made that many Hawthorne Series 20 gauges. I've never seen another one. So
that is neat.
I think he paid $35 for it new, I think is what he paid.
Jesus.
I gotta
out of the Sears catalog.
Yep, pretty much. I'll be right back.
Shipped to his door.
Cliff was saying that gun that I was just talking about, that 1911. It was a 1913 one Colt. The only mod was a front sight, and it came with a box of 1920 ammo.
Crazy.
Cool freaking deal. Cool deal, man.
Cool deal. Cool.
Cool.
Well, why don't we stop cooing like tards and let's talk about this AR chamber lock from Stopbox USA. It's kind of hard for me to describe, actually. I have a video here for you that I'll throw up while I'm talking about it. It sticks into your chamber, and it's got 5 buttons on it, and you press a combination of buttons, kind of like there's plenty of gun safes that do the same thing, just personal safes, that you can slide under your bed, but it locks into the chamber of your AR. It's definitely looks quick, and it's not chintzy. It's not like a plastic piece of shit. It's made out of machined 6061 T6 aluminum, and it's the pre-order, you can pre-order them right now for $120. Normally is like $150, which I don't know. It's not necessarily something I would need, but it may come in handy for other people, I think. You can use them as a chamber flag, say at the range, something like that. You could use them to, I don't know how secure they would be about leaving them around your kids. I probably wouldn't want to do that, just on the off chance that they press the right combination or grab the right combination of buttons. But
yeah, so it's not that you just have to push all 5 buttons in at the same time, right?
I think it is. There's
Oh,
not
it
a
is?
there's
You
not
just
a
have to.
yeah, that's what makes it so quick. You just squeeze put the right pressure in the right place at the right time, and it pops open.
I think it's a combination. Like I can't do this to whatever, but I think it's only like you only press certain buttons, maybe. Like you set the
I feel
combination,
like
you don't press all 4.
No, you
like-
don't. No, there's a combination to it, but you don't press them one at a time.
Right.
You press that combination, all the buttons at the right
Okay.
time, or
Yeah,
at the
so
same
if you
time.
had like, if you had like the thumb and the bottom 2, you just, when you grab it, you just
Yep.
push those 3, yank the thing out.
Yep.
So initially, when I saw this, I posted it on our something that I wanted to talk about, and though the reason I posted it is because I thought it was fucking stupid. But the more I think about it, there are, like, I'm not ever going to use it, no. But I feel like there are some instances where that it could be useful, such as you don't want to keep your AR in a gun safe because you want it more accessible. How long does it take to open a gun safe? It takes me, 3-4 seconds to open that gun safe. Whereas this thing, supposedly, if you with enough practice, it's going to be less than a second. You could be ready to rock and roll. So you could keep a gun in an accessible environment when there are children around. Yeah, I don't know. You have to do some testing. That's a possibility of it. So I don't totally hate it right now, I guess, is what I'm saying.
I think anything that you can use as a chamber flag and add more security, like you said, in a situation where you can't put the gun in a safe or have another way to secure it. It's not, in my opinion, it's not stupid.
Right.
Is it less useful for some people? Absolutely. But I don't think that, another product for another way for people to be mindful of gun safety, I don't think it's not stupid.
Yeah, it's not, and they're not advertising it as end all be all security for your firearm. Like, you don't even need a gun safe anymore. It's just additional security, however you may feel that you need to use it. So I think mostly they're marketing towards using it on the range.
Right. Yeah, it's it's just a more secure version of a chamber flag, basically.
Yep.
How many combinations are there? Any math whizzes in here? If there's 5 buttons, how many combinations could you possibly have on there? It's 5 something. There's a way to come up with that.
I'm pretty sure the Pythagorean theorem comes into play there.
Oh,
I think you're sorely mistaken.
Yeah, and the square root of holy shit, that's a lot of combinations comes into.
It'd be 5 to the 5th power.
And if that's true, that's what, 125? No.
Yeah. 3,125.
No. 5, is it actually 5 to the 5th power?
I think
I don't think you're correct. Somebody that's not retarded, please help us out.
Yeah, please.
We could figure this out. If you give me a minute, I'll figure this out here.
And now for a moment of silence while Sam does a little bit of math.
Do you guys want to, while Sam's trying to figure that out, do you want to do trivia quick?
Oh, yeah, sure. I forgot about that.
All right, folks. We have an awesome trivia prize for tonight. I found this in an Amazon return bin and thought it was hilarious. So what we have tonight is toilet paper. It's not any toilet paper. It's a 3-pack of Hillary Clinton toilet paper. Now, I don't know anybody that wouldn't want to wipe their ass with Hillary Clinton.
Time out. Are we fucking seriously giving away toilet paper?
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Are we fucking serious here?
It's hilarious. That is awesome.
Okay, man.
All right. Listen here, Thunder Thumbs. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to answer this question. The hell with it. You can Google it if you want, I guess. I want somebody to win this. If you can tell me who the greatest sniper was in the history of combat, but you got to spell his name right and tell me how many kills he had. That pretty much guarantees you got to Google it. But if you can tell me who that was, we will send you a 3-pack of Hillary Clinton toilet paper.
What the fuck, dude? Oh, boy.
I thought it was. Do any of you guys know who it is?
Did we talk about him on the podcast? I think he was my badass of the week one year or one week.
He was for sure. Yep.
CH.
Not C.
What?
It's not CH Johnson.
No.
What's Cole saying here? SEMO, I think it was around 700.
That's his answer, and he's not quite there.
Not right. He's not quite right. You're not
Swedish,
quite there,
dude.
He wasn't Swedish. Cliff, you're not close.
He was something over there.
Really narrowed it down.
Cliff said white feather. That's Carlos Hathcock. Carlos Hathcock.
That's pretty close though. I mean, he's only 3 letters off of his nickname.
True. No, Cliff, wrong.
Sam, while we're waiting, did you come up with a math answer there?
Yes, it's 120 possible combinations. And I knew there was something like this, but you take 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. That's how you get the answer. But it's 120 different combinations, which, if you think about it,
That makes way more sense than 3,125. I'm not gonna lie.
yes, it absolutely does. And I was thinking that's what it was, but I couldn't nail it down. But absolutely, and 120. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. That math works. Yep.
I would. I mean, I'd be comfortable at least. You know, it takes somebody a long time to figure it out if they went through every fucking combination. Hey, Cliff, I guessed 125, so I wasn't that far off. I was only 5 off. Thank you very much.
He was closer than Johnson's math, that's for sure.
I was closer by 2,900 than Johnson.
I'm a little disappointed. We have 10 people watching, and only 2 people tried to answer. Cole, you were really close.
Yeah, Cole knows who it is. He just doesn't have
I'm
it quite.
I'm going to need a first and last name and an accurate count for this one, bud.
Yeah, this is collector's item here.
Yeah.
Oh, too late. Sean.
You just want me to drop that off at your house, bud, next time I'm in Cushing, or what?
Sean for the win.
I'm gonna give it to Sean. Cole, you were pretty much right. You said Simo and 700. It's Simo Haya. Sean actually put the little dots above his name and everything else. And he got closest. It was 505 confirmed kills in the Winter War with Russia from 1939 to 1940. He had 300 and some confirmed kills of the rifle and 200. It was 305 confirmed kills of the rifle and 200 confirmed kills of the submachine gun in a year. And this guy was a freaking farmer.
Oh yeah, you guys we talked about this the best dude of the week. He was fighting in a tree and shit.
Yeah, and he's called the White Death.
The White Death. He used to sit in snowbanks wrapped in white cloth, and he would chew on snow to mask the fog from his breath. And he actually got shot through the jaw, and still, from what I understand, kept knocking out Germans or Russians. So. Yeah, he's widely recognized as the most lethal sniper in history. A lot of people will say like Carlos Hathcock or Chuck Mawhinney or Chris Kyle, but there was a Russian gal in World War II that was Ludmila something or other, I think was her name, Vinchenko or something. She had like 300 confirmed kills or something crazy like that. But
you're saying this guy, this Simo guy. He did that in those 500 kills in a year.
1939 to 1940, I believe. Let me double check that.
Every single fucking day, he's just slaughtering people.
With at least 505 confirmed kills during the Winter War of 1939 to 1940 between Finland and the Soviet Union. Simohaya, he lived from 1905 to 2002. He's been labeled the deadliest sniper in history. They called him the White Death.
So yeah, it was a year that he got. It was a year that he got all these fucking kills. Can you imagine just every single fucking day? Every single fucking day, you're just slaughtering people. Like,
here's the thing. During his 98-day reign of terror, Haya was unseen and unheard, yet was all the while targeting Russian soldiers with deadly accuracy, even once killing 25 men in one day. I'm pretty sure he did this entire thing with open sights.
No shit.
Yeah.
Certifiable badass. I'll give it to him.
Yep.
I'll give it to him.
So Sean, when I'm out your way in like a week or so, I'll just leave it sitting in front of your front door.
You are welcome for the toilet paper, Sean.
Yeah.
You are welcome.
You're welcome, buddy.
Next time you guys are needing some toilet paper, make sure to come back to Life Short, Live Free, because we got the good.
Sean and Josh got it right. Ludmila Pavlichenko. She was the female Russian sniper during World War II that just racked up an insane body count.
Speaking of other certifiable badasses, you guys have obviously seen this. That chick, the cop out there in California. Her and her partner got freaking lit up. Some dude just walked up to him and popped a bunch of rounds through there. She got shot, I believe it was twice in the jaw and another time
once in the chest.
Yep. And then her partner was hit as well. And this freaking chick she got hit in the jaw. So, I mean, how hard is it to talk? She still had she was still in the fight. She was still she radioed in for help. She put a tourniquet on her partner, saved his life. That chick is a certifiable badass.
And they're both expected to make a recovery. I didn't read if it was a full recovery or not, but I saw a meme earlier, and I'm sure you guys saw it with LeBron taking a knee and he's on a towel.
Yeah.
And then it's a split image, and it says LeBron has to kneel on a towel. Meanwhile, and it said her name, and I can't remember it, but God bless her.
Yep.
Tourniquet's her partner, everything you just said, and it's like, man.
Yep, we gotta change the subject before I fucking go off on these goddamn pieces. Pussy ass motherfucking pussy ass professional sports players.
Anyway, moving on.
We haven't done a 60 seconds with Sam in about fucking 7 months.
Christ.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't tonight because Sam would probably blow a gasket over that.
Have an answer.
Sean, thanks for tuning in, buddy. See you later. Josh, we're sorry that you get here when it's almost over, but you know what time it starts every single week, bud. This one's on you.
Yeah, it's not like we keep you guessing and we just go live randomly.
We need to touch on. We're coming up 10 days now. The hangout is in 10 days. Not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday. There's an awful lot of you guys that have marked maybe to the event in our Facebook group event. You need to get in there and mark yes or no. We need to know if you're coming, if you're not. We got somebody coming and supplying food for us, so we really need to know. We don't want to have a ton of leftover food or waste a bunch of food of his food that he's graciously bringing us. So
if you're marked as maybe, we're just gonna assume you're a no, to be honest with you.
And if I see you there, I'm gonna
yeah, we're gonna keep a chart. If you're marked maybe and you show up, you don't get food.
No, we're not.
Honestly though, it's gonna be
no, but you're gonna catch a lot of hell.
Yeah. It's supposed to be beautiful out that day, though. 85, sunny, perfect day for some barbecue and some machine guns, and afterwards some beer and some bonfire. I mean, something you guys don't want to miss. We'd like to meet all you. It'd be great for you guys to come if you can. So, I mean, if you're marked maybe and you're on the fence, give it a good think. Talk to the wife, the girlfriend, whatever. But come hang out with us for a while.
Yeah, like Toad said, there's going to be a keg. There's going to be machine guns.
Both of those two things are sponsored by Northwest Iowa Firearms, by the way.
Yep.
He's bringing, get this, time out. He's bringing machine guns and a keg. Yeah.
Like that?
But
why would you do that, Sam? We like to party.
That is like, I don't know. I feel like that would be the most freedom-filled drive ever.
Keep in mind, we're not going to tap the keg until after the guns are put away.
Can you imagine having a truck full of
guns and kegs,
machine guns, and it's like, yeah, I got a keg in the back. You might as well have a fucking bald eagle riding in your passenger seat.
I think I would try to get pulled over. So the cop, what in the fuck are you doing?
What do you got there, son?
Probably marry you on the spot.
Yeah.
The cop would be like, "What do you got there?" And you just get a big old shit-eating grin on your face. Oh, pretty cool, right? That's a keg, and those are machine guns. Oh.
You want to come with me or what? Saddle up.
What's even funnier? He'd be like, James is lucky he gets pulled over by Cliff Moody.
Right.
Mike, the event,
on the group.
Yep, go into the group, click on events at the top of the page, and it'll be in there.
You're listed as a maybe, so if you can't make it, you should be able to go in there and just hit not going. Can't go, I think, is the option.
Yeah, we're really being sticklers about this, but
well, I mean, if you want me to start naming names, I got a whole list of people that are saying maybe over here.
We will hunt you motherfuckers down.
I'm just saying.
God damn, you're going to scare everybody off.
And we haven't even mentioned...
That leaves more barbecue and beer for us, guy.
We haven't mentioned the best of the best either. We're going to have a spot-a-pot there, guys, so this thing's official.
Sponsored by Shyworks. That's right.
Yeah,
James
may have got the beer and the machine guns, but I brought the shitter.
I was talking to him on the phone a while back. He's like, well, I want to sponsor something going on there. I'm like, well, really, the only thing we need to buy is a keg and a spot-a-pot. You can sponsor the shitter. You kind of balked at that, so it is what it is. I'll sponsor it.
All right. Well, I think we got the message across, and we are over our time limit here. So I think we're going to call it a night, everybody. Thanks to everybody that came in and hung out with us and watched. It was a good time. It was a good episode. If you're listening to this on podcast provider, be sure to tune in every other Wednesday night when we record this live on Facebook. And if you're unaware of the rest of our podcast, look up Live Short Live Free on most podcast providers. And we do it. We have almost 40 episodes in there now on top of the 13 of Gears and Beers. So we're getting up there.
39 episodes.
We've got a lot of good fun podcasts in there. We've also got a YouTube channel, which we're not so active on, but we're working on fixing that and getting a little better content on there for you guys. So I don't think I have anything else. Thanks for watching, everybody. And Sam, take it away.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Come back in 2 weeks. And until we talk to you then, remember, life's short, live free. God bless, and God bless the United States of America.
Bye-bye.